Hello, everybody. It's very nice to be here today. And on this webinar, I have here three people who are familiar and who experience my methodology and my work. Please say hello to everyone and introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Anca, and I'm currently living in London, Ontario, Canada. And I've been living here for almost 27 years. I'm actually born and raised in Romania.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Carolyn, and I live in Switzerland. I used to live in San Francisco, but I'm now back here, and I live here in Zermatt.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maria, and I live in the Bay Area in California. I'm originally from the Los Angeles area, and I've been in the Bay Area for about 20 years.
Thank you, Maria. And thank you so much for being here today with me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And the goal of this webinar is to bring your awareness to your patterns of thinking, feeling, behaving, and reacting. And Anca, Caroline, and Maria, during our webinar, are going to share their experiences and their results after group sessions for women, after doing this work. And I would like to let everyone know, neuroscience has shown that 95% of our life experiences are shaped by unconscious programs. And unconscious programs affect how you think, how you feel, how you behave, how you react. And also they affect pretty much everything in our lives. And unconscious programs affect how you perceive yourself, other people around you, also the world around you. And like again, pretty much they affect everything as you learned about yourself and about your changes during group sessions, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I prepared some questions for everyone. And my first question is, were you aware before our group sessions, before this work, about your own patterns of thinking, feeling, behaving, reacting that created issues, blocks, and limitations in your life? Were you completely aware or not? Anca?
Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Olga. Before I started your work, which for me was just in September of 2020, right? I've had some ideas of what was going on for me. Definitely felt like things weren't right, you know, in how I was feeling, how I was operating or optimizing myself. I'm as a health coach and also holistic nutrition. And I've also done, I was also an athlete. I've done triathlons and marathons. So I've definitely been always curious about learning about myself and always improving, always like looking for the next level of excelling. But I felt like there were a lot of limitations, even with things that I've done with, meditation, 10-day silent meditation. It's called Vipassana. And that was a huge breakthrough, but it didn't feel like I had complete awareness of a lot of the background programs or things that were limiting me. And I felt pressure. I felt like I wanted to grow as a person in my career, but I just felt limited. I didn't know how to work on those limits because they were hard to see or hard to really identify. So yeah, I had awareness. And I think that's why I was so keen when I connected with Dr. Olga to just like, let's go, you know, like on the start line, let's get like dive deep into this work to really uncover what's holding me back. How can I be more of a person, more of a woman or a family member, or just like affect society in a positive way. So this has definitely been an incredible transformation. And I yeah, it's very exciting for me. I love it.
Thank you so much, Anca. Caroline?
Well, I was also aware of some patterns I have. I mean, looking back to my life, it seemed like I've gotten always into the same situations where I couldn't move forward. I always attracted the same people who I felt sucked me up and then kind of blocked me. And you know, at my age, you realize these things come and come, but you don't know why. Why is it? Why does this happen to you all the time? Why are you blocked? Why don't you move forward? And I think that's what's so important to me with this work is that you know, you can learn how to move forward. And that was you know, first I did not know what to expect, you know, from this work, but realizing that you can go move forward even after having years the same patterns, that I think is really what is so amazing to me, and what I'm so happy to have experienced.
Thank you, Caroline. Maria?
Yeah, similar to everyone else, I was getting results that I wasn't happy with in my life over and over and over, and I wasn't sure why they were happening. You know, I wasn't where I was wanted to be career wise or relationship wise, and this work has really helped me uncover a lot of the programs that unconscious programming that have caused those things, and I've had really wonderful results.
Thank you, Maria. And my next question is for everyone. What kind of results did you experience after our group sessions? And what areas of your life were positively influenced by this work? Anca?
Yeah. So I have a page filled with amazing things that have affected me and changed in such a tremendous way. Like, I don't even recognize the person that I was before started with Dr. Olga. And to name a few, something tangible, like I used to grind my teeth at night quite a bit. And I had some issues even where I needed to wear a mouth guard. And I chewed through that, okay? It was bad. And so with Dr. Olga, it's almost gone now. Actually, I don't even notice any grinding anymore. I do have some tenderness in my jaw, but even with that, I don't feel any grinding. I don't even wake myself up at night with the grinding. So that was a huge one for me on a physical level. But mostly a lot of shifts happened for me, mental, emotional, because of my background. I grew up in a household that was it was very challenging. There was a lot of trauma in my life, and a lot of self-esteem, a lot of abuse. I had to face a lot of hardship growing up, and those were programs, invisible programs that limited me. So I didn't have confidence. So working with Dr. Olga, I feel I wouldn't even be able to do this webinar before. There was like, no way. So now I'm like, yeah, let's do this. I feel comfortable with myself to share my experiences with those out there. I feel incredibly like the happiness level has shifted so much where generally I just feel really happy, even when things are challenging, which is a huge, huge thing for me. Before I was so depressed. I never really got medicated, but I felt like I was always in this like pit of depression, and there was a lot of highs, but then you would come back down, and I just didn't know how to get out of that. And through this work, I'm no longer in that pit. It's always positive or optimistic. I love myself. Whoa, huge for me. Like, I didn't even know how I did not love myself before. I mean, I had ideas because I would let people in only at a certain level. And after that, the trust was like, sorry, can't get in. And it affected my relationships. Like, my marriage, I had gotten divorced, and even my family or friends, close friends, I just wouldn't let anybody in. It was just this shield. So working with loving myself was huge. I mean, there's always more, right? But this is a good start, a very good start. And I also feel more connected with my spirituality, like meditating. I feel way more connected with everything around me, where before I couldn't feel that. And that's big for me. That's very important. I'm very spiritual. So that was a big piece for me as well. Noticed my face, because we all look at our face as a woman, right? We notice our face way more relaxed. I feel like I look kinder and softer. Where before I could tell my nervous system was very tense, and I didn't have the softness. It was more like, more like on edge or feisty, ready to react. And now I'm just more laid back and letting things be, and more tolerating, more accepting as things are. It's not because I'm older or wiser, but it's just the work really allows the nervous system to really calm. And, those programs that bring that jitteriness, that was my big thing. I was always in fight or flight, and that affected things tremendously. Even nutrition, what I did with nutrition did not even come close to the effects. Resilience, definitely way more resilient. Like if things, I've been facing this thing with my landlord, where he's trying to evict me. And before, it would paralyze me. I would be like, oh my God, I don't know how to deal with this. I'm so scared. Now I'm just like, okay, let's take a step forward. Let's see what we can do. I felt like I can really handle it a lot more with clarity, confidence, and also inner knowing that I can do this. Again, these things are big for me, huge. There's a lot. I have my list. I'm reading through it. Another big piece for me has been just to be more connected with me as a woman. I felt really disconnected with my femininity or even my womanhood. I was actually in the military for about 11 years. So I really learned how to be more of a guy. It's weird. But I wanted to be more of a woman or connect with that world. And through working with the programs, I am really embodying that feminine. Before, I used to resent being a woman because I thought, with the monthly cycles and our hormones and all these things we have to deal with, it's such a burden. And now I see it as, wow, what a gift. Like, thank you, God, for creating me as a woman. I wouldn't want to be a man. And it's different. Like, I just feel liberated and happier and joyful, and definitely feel my circle around me, my friends and family, are also benefiting too, which is huge. Like my partner, my family, and friends too. So I can't thank Dr. Olga enough. This has really changed my life in such an amazing way.
Thank you, Anca. And I would like to mention that your transformations are amazing.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
you're welcome, Anca. And our nervous system reacts with flight, fight, and freeze responses, and unconscious programs and unconscious mind are influencing nervous system. And that's why, Anca, when you talked about becoming more feminine, it's how your nervous system is reacting now. Before, you had a lot of neuromuscular locks, and also it is when nervous system is in a defensive mode, kind of not safe, it will affect everything, even expression of your face, even muscles in your face. Because I had a client and she told me she attended some seminar and they taught women how to become more feminine. And they suggested, oh, put pink lipstick, wear something like flowy, you'll be feminine. It won't change. You're laughing, Anca, yes, because it will change only, it is as if you are dressing a bear in a pink clothes and putting lipstick, but bear is a bear.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true. It comes from the inside, right? Not outside, all from the inside.
That's right, because when women are in a defensive flight, fight, or freeze mode, especially fight, it will create even quality of voice, more harsh, more abrupt. It will create more kind of how you walk, more choppy, more abrupt, more, because I watched women who were not feminine, how they walk. They are almost like marching like in military, not like feminine, kind of soft, and it will affect everything, how you are, posture, the way you are, everything. And by changing those unconscious programs that cause you not to be feminine, will change many things, many. Even possibly how you would naturally would like to dress and wear your hair.
Definitely. Yeah, that's shifted big time. My wardrobe colors before black and white. Yeah, I'm like, ooh, I don't even wear black. I'm like, what's black? That's weird.
Right. And also, you mentioned you are more connected on a deeper level with people. And so many people now, they can, even they try, they cannot connect on a deeper level, even with themselves. And also even with their pets. And also people around you. I had a gentleman in a men's group, and he noticed right away after 1 or 2 sessions that his connection to his cat became amazing. And he now understands his cat pretty much almost telepathically.
Wow. Actually, I forgot to bring the pet because I also have a cat and we did not have a good relationship before. Like it was like, yeah, we get each other, tolerate each other, but I didn't feel connected to her. And she's a full black cat and they're a little bit more skittish. But now we have this really amazing synergy and she comes to me and she sits on me. Never before. She was like, nope, I'm not coming near you. And now she feels me and I feel her. So I forgot. Good point. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? Sometimes, yes, even we are not aware what changes are, to what degree, right?
Definitely. Absolutely. It's, yeah.
Thank you, Anca. And also you mentioned your face shifted, like again, those neuromuscular locks because of some programs can create certain expression of your face posture. Even people try to, for example, to make different face for themselves or posture. It does not stay. It
No,
does not stay. And
no.
how it is all the time, it is natural.
Yeah, 100%. Weird enough, I also noticed that I have less wrinkles. I don't know. Like they're going away. Like I don't know. It's something new. I was like, oh, they seem to be disappearing, not growing. So I thought that was cool.
It's not surprising for me at all. I helped people a lot in anti-aging and longevity field. And this work is the best for anti-aging because neuromuscular locks will create wrinkles and deeper lines. By resolving them, they will disappear.
Beautiful. Love it. Look 20 forever, right?
Right. I had so many clients who reversed their age. And people thought even they did plastic surgery, that was the most amazing, no side effects. And they did not do any plastic surgery.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. Do you remember in our group, I don't want to tell names, one woman had, she had her neck as if she was 80 years old.
Yeah, I 100% remember the huge change. She looks amazing now, actually. It's like not even the same person.
And now her neck is young.
Yeah, but her face too.
And her face too.
Yeah, really. It was
Yeah,
impressive.
because, she had facial palsy. It's very hard to treat facial palsy. And pretty much, I cannot tell that she still has it. Pretty much her face looks normal.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I can't even tell. She notices because it's her, but me as an outsider looking in, I'm like, girl, you look great. There's nothing, yeah, as if she never had the palsy, really. And I actually looked into it, and it is very hard. Like they say it's not curable at all, like the modern medicine.
Isn't it amazing what your unconscious mind can do positively for you and on the contrary negatively?
Absolutely, it's amazing. I love this so much, and I want to continue as much as I can with this program. I love the transformation. It's like the way I see it is like a flower, we're just like petals are coming, and then we just really see the beauty that we are born with, what the divinity in us, really, we get to tap into that reservoir. So
thank you, Anca. Caroline, what kind of results did you experience after group sessions, and what areas of your life were positively influenced by this work?
Well, immediately after the sessions, it's always a wonderful, calm feeling I have. And because it's always night when we do these sessions, I always sleep well. I mean, that's already, I should have a session every day. I think that would be great. But, it affected my health. Everything that agitates me kind of goes straight to my heart, and my heart beats very hard. And I had this, I remember it, I was 50, and all of a sudden, boom, I had this strong heartbeat, and it really affected me for such a long time. I didn't sleep well, and it's just really an annoying feeling when you have such a strong heartbeat. And after working with you, it was just, I could not believe how calm my heart was afterwards. And of course, it affected my night, my day, everything. And it has been, it's been gone ever since we've worked on it. And that's just such an improvement for my life, because sometimes I would be so tired, but when you have such a strong heartbeat, it's like you cannot sleep. So that is for sure health-wise something that I'm so thankful with, that it really improved the quality of my life a lot. We also worked on joint pains. I had, on my fingers, and even after just one session, my joint pains were gone, which I still cannot believe too. I also worked with you on memory improving. At times I had like a blackout, I wouldn't remember anything. And that improved a lot. I mean, today I don't have this like black box anymore. When I try, I remember things. And I think, that's also very wonderful because, you grow older and then things like that happen, and you're very irritated, and it, your self-confidence goes because you don't remember things, and that of course is such a wonderful improvement for me. I'm so thankful for that. In my I got a lot of improvements in my working area. When we first started to work together in November, is it already a year ago? I was just with my business, I was at a point where I was totally blocked. I would not know where I was going, what I would have to do. It was like heavy on my shoulders. It was not going anywhere, and I didn't know what to do. We worked on that, and it was also such an amazing shift. I mean, we had this session on Saturday, and I mean, on Monday, I mean, I felt the heaviness has gone, and I knew what to do. I created an e-shop, and things started to flow. And at the same time, journalists came to me, and they put a big report of my business in the newspaper, and it just started to flow, and my business started to pick up, and it was so clear what I had to do and how I had to do it. So that was also a very, very big shift, and it lasts till today. And when I sometimes maybe I think, oh, I don't know what to do anymore, I remember back to that point where I had this flow going, and then I again move forward, and so that is really nice. I also learned to work more efficiently. I was, sometimes when I had so much work, I kind of froze, and I did not know where to start working. What do I have to do first? And when you have so much work to do, sometimes you do nothing. And after working with you also on Monday, it was so amazing. I went to the office, and that just worked. And it was like the most natural thing that I would have done it all the time like that. So and I felt so good about it. And I now feel so much more self-confident. Even if I have a lot of work, I know I can do it. I can do one chore after the other. And also, a lot of times I was very scattered. I started something else came to my mind, and I took off, did something else, and I didn't get anything done. After working with you, I also really solved that problem. Actually, the first week after we worked on that, I did not work. I solved all my other problems, and that were in my mind. I really worked those, and then the next week I was able to sit down and do my work. And ever since, I'm really fine, and I'm just happy with my work. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, there's a lot more, but these are just these improvements that I'm just surprised and so thankful that because they really are important in my life, and they bring me forward, and my health and my work. So it's really nice.
Thank you, Caroline. I'm so happy about all of these positive changes, and I have some comments so people understand more. how it works. I had a lot of clients who had either joints pain or back pain. And pretty much it was resolved after from 1 to 3 sessions, sometimes 4. And it is related to, like, again, nervous system. And when nervous system reacts with certain responses, it will create stress reaction in your body on biochemical level, and it creates adrenaline, cortisol hormones. And for example, cortisol will create inflammation, because joint pain, back pain, part of that, it can be inflammation. And by resolving how nervous system reacts to everything around, can resolve your pain. Isn't it interesting?
Yes, it felt like it was inflammation. It really felt like that. Yes.
And also about memory. Now, some medical doctors, they show that memory can be influenced by unresolved trauma. And that trauma, now neuroscience shows, not neuroscience, some scientists, they did show that trauma can pass genealogically. Even what happened several generations ago, it can affect your life. It calls epigenetics. Your genes can express for whatever will remind that trauma, whatever it is. And whatever it is, there can be certain sounds, certain smells, certain life experiences that are similar to your ancestors' experience during trauma. Even the weather. Isn't it interesting? I had so many clients who reacted to gloomy, rainy weather. It created certain kind of sadness, feeling tired. And by working on those unconscious programs that created it, not anymore. It's how our unconscious mind is complex, remembers everything. And that's why during our work, what we do, working on each unconscious program, your unconscious mind is resolving trauma on all memories that were associated with that unconscious program. That's why the results are so fast and profound.
Yes. Yes.
And thank you. And also, I had so many clients. I did not work, I'm not a business coach. I did not work specifically on their business with certain business strategies. Only transforming unconscious programs, and that completely changed them, how they are with people, communication. Because business is a lot about relationships, right? Relationships with your customers, with your business partners. And if you are not good in that area, it can affect your business. Also, it's seeing a bigger picture, having clarity, and all of that can be affected by unconscious programs. And that's why I'm not surprised your business is thriving. I had similar experiences. Some gentlemen in my group sessions for men experienced the same, and some of my clients.
Yes.
Thank you, Caroline. Maria?
So some of the things that we worked on were, one of the unconscious programs was, I didn't feel that I deserve love. And as a result of this work, things have changed so dramatically in my life. And I got out of a relationship that wasn't positive, and that was really scary. I had a lot of fear. I had a lot of doubts, but I just knew that I deserved better. I just felt better. I attracted just wonderful relationships, both with the people in my life, friendships, and also career-wise. I feel that it's been such a transformation. We worked on, I always felt like I guess my life had to be hard, and things had to be hard. That was one of my unconscious programs. And as a result, I feel now I look at my job and my relationships, specifically my job. I'm delegating more. Sometimes I go to work, I feel like I'm not working. Everybody around me is working, but I'm not working, but I'm kind of delegating and managing this wonderful team. And they all get along great. And there's so much respect and admiration. And I feel so lucky to be a part of both this work and as a result, this great work environment that wasn't like that. Even like we had worked together for many years, and then I took a little break, and then just recently, I believe in March, we started working together again, and the transformation in my career has been huge. I had a conversation with one of the directors last week, and she's like, I really want you to be on my team, which means that I would get a promotion and be more on a team that's in HR, just working with people, which is what I've always wanted to do. And so I feel like there's so many things in my life that have changed. Like my confidence has gotten better. I was always afraid to speak up because I didn't want people to not like me. But now it's like I say what I want to say, and people respect me, and I feel really confident in that. Whereas for a long time I didn't. And there's just a health-wise, there's a feeling of well-being that I have. I was always cold all the time. I was just bone-chillingly cold, and we worked on that, and that resolved. And I feel very temperate, no matter what the temperature, if it's cold or hot. I just have a really nice, I guess, adjustment to hot and cold, and I'm just more comfortable. I respond rather than react. I'm not as thrown off. I just am very calm, and things don't feel like they're attacking me. I always felt like nervous and like people were coming at me, and then I would react. And now I feel just that there's a pause and there's a calmness, and that I have a chance to respond. Anyway, it's been really transformational, and I appreciate it so much.
Thank you, Maria. And do you think what you're describing, first of all, you became so much more feminine too? It's amazing. Are you noticing this?
Yeah, I believe so. Just even the colors, I would never wear color, never, ever wear color. And I last session, I saw that color on that you wore, and I thought, that's such a pretty color. And I looked for something, and I feel a lot more comfortable in color.
Thank you. Would you say that you became more authentic?
Absolutely. Yes.
Without
more authentically me.
Without trying.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I like that person. I like that it feels so much more comfortable, and I feel happy.
Thank you. And Carolyn and Anca, would you say you became more authentic too, without trying really?
I guess I'll go first. Yeah, 100%. I feel like the real self wants to come out, the true me. Before I felt like really shy in this bubble, like, oh, I don't really want anyone to see me. And now it's so easy to express, much easier.
Thank you.
I don't know if authentic is the right word. I think I've been authentic before, but I think I would say more self-confident, to stand up for myself and avoid things or get things away that aren't good for me. I think that's probably how I would describe that.
Thank you, Caroline. I have some comments. Unconscious programs definitely affect any kind of relationships and how you are. And some people, they have unconscious programs that create kind of inability or difficulty to express themselves physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally, in writing, in any possible way. And with certain unconscious programs, actually people attract certain similar people in life that are not necessarily good for them, like Caroline said and Maria said.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
And the same types of people over and
Yes.
over.
Yes.
That's right. People can look different, only how they treat you. They're similar patterns. For example, some people are takers. They take and never give. And some people attract givers who are given, and those people are given till no energy.
Yes, absolutely. I know what you're talking about.
And those people often have inability to say no, and often it created by internal conflict. On one hand, if they say yes, then people will like and love them. They won't feel guilty. And yes, only in this case, they might feel resentment or anger. Now I need to do what I don't want to do for those people all the time. And on another hand, if they say no, it can create kind of guilt and unease, right?
Yes.
And people might not like them. And it calls a double bind conflict. If you do this or this, there is no win for you.
Yes. You talk about me, I think.
That's right, me too. Yeah.
Do you still experience it or not?
No, I don't experience it. That's why I said, I'm much more self-confident and I stand up for myself. And if the other person doesn't like it, too bad. I think that's how I feel now. And I can really set lines or borders and without feeling guilty. I think that's what you really said, and that I felt a lot of times guilty, and I wouldn't stand up for myself, and that really has changed. And it has not changed in a aggressive way. I mean, I still, with the relationships I have good relationships, but they just have changed in a sense that I'm happier and I'm more self-confident, and I take care of myself and I put myself first, and I don't worry so much about the other person. So that to me is a big shift.
I'm so glad to hear. It's because you don't have anymore some unconscious programs that created those issues.
Yes, absolutely.
And it can change your life completely. I remember I had a client, I will call her Nancy for confidentiality. And she came to me because she lost consciousness from exhaustion. She could not sleep because she was doing her work till 3 o'clock in the morning because she could not say no.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
all of, first time I saw her, her posture kind of like this way, shoulders like inward and face down. And quality of voice, I could barely hear her. She never could say no. And that's why she was exhausted. After our work, everything shifted. She realized that her boss was abusive and left that company. And she did find another, even better job with an amazing people around. And even she changed what she did because she did not enjoy it, but she could not say no to the money they were paying to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And by changing unconscious programs, your entire life can shift.
Yes.
Because unconscious programs are creating those patterns that are pretty much impossible to change consciously. It's good luck if you try willpower. It does not work only for few people.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I see willpower as a temporary solution, like a band-aid to get you through a certain period of time. But if you want to look at a permanent solution, you can't. There's just no way. You need to do other work. Yeah.
Thank you. And my next question is, how fast did you experience results after sessions? Like how fast? Anca?
Okay. Yeah, that's for me. um, interesting question, actually. How fast?
Like, for example, after
For
1 day, 1 week.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm just trying to recall. For some programs, they felt literally like the day of. It felt like as soon as we got back into integration after the session, I felt it. I could feel the changes, the shifts energetically within my body. Other things would take a couple weeks. Some of them even a month, depending on how much integration my nervous system needed. But definitely, like, after doing a bunch of sessions with you, Dr. O, that's my nickname for you, Dr. O. Yeah, all of those, it's like that onion layer, right? You just peel back, peel back, peel back. Now you just feel you feel the totality of the shifts, like it's significant now. Yeah.
Thank you, Anca. Caroline?
Well, the issue I was talking about my heartbeat. I mean, it was that night, and actually, for years I woke up in the morning like boom, my heart was beating, and I'm like, oh, I'm up, and now that night or that morning, I woke up normally, like calm, and I'm there thinking, oh, what is happening? My heart is not beating, and I couldn't believe that this was happening. That because for years I've been just woke up with such a strong heartbeat that is very unpleasant, and so right there I had this wonderful result, and I'm still amazed that it's still working. About my other things I was working on with my work. I mean, we had the sessions on Saturday, and I mean, Monday I started working, and the change was there. I was able to do it, and then, it's so amazing. You wonder, oh, why can I do that now so easily? And I was struggling for such a long time, and then I'm thinking, oh, so this might really be the result of this session, and it's I'm always so amazed about how fast these results were. And I mean, this was with everything. Although, I mean, last time I was working on improving my golf swing, and I don't know that yet because I have not been able to play golf. So, so maybe that takes a bit longer. But no, I must say the results were very, very fast, and very impressive.
Thank you, Maria.
I would agree. It seems like it depends on what you're working, but it's usually within a week or two that the changes take place. But it's often when you like at another session, when I look back and what I worked on, it's not even something that I would even have to work on anymore. It's already been resolved. Like I'll go through my notes and I'll have worked on something and like, oh yeah, that's resolved. I didn't, sometimes I don't put the two together, but it's not like it happens where you're conscious of it. You just behave or you act different. Things are different. You feel different. So it's nothing sudden or that you're conscious of. It's just all of a sudden, like Carolyn was saying, it's different. You wake up, you're like, oh, this isn't an issue anymore. So it is very fast and it does work.
Thank you, Maria. It's what I noticed with all of my clients. The results can be from instant, right that moment, to up to 2 weeks to integrate. And for health conditions, your physiology in your body needs to catch up what we did. It can take a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And something else I wanted to mention. Yes. Okay. Somehow I forgot what I wanted to mention, something important, but it will come to me back. And are the results long lasting?
I love that question. I do. I love that question. Why are they long lasting? Hell yeah. Because it's like it's gone, it's dissolved, done. You don't have to worry about it. You just get to experience the new you. Every time you work on a program, the new you comes out, new you. And you just go, it's dissolved. And everything that's associated with dissolved, including memories, like some unpleasant memories I noticed, they just kind of, you still remember, but they're like part of the background. They're not part of like your current reality always bothering you. They're just there, like a movie you watched once, like a while ago. So yeah, they're definitely permanent. You don't have to worry about that.
Thank you, Anca. Yeah, I remembered what I wanted to say. Actually, what my clients told me, and not even they told me, I experienced it. People forget that they had that issue as if they never had it before.
Yes.
Because once unconscious programs are not there, your nervous system will never ever will respond to the same triggers that you had that triggered reaction anymore. In this case, there is no reference to what you experienced before.
I want to actually say something towards that, because I would get triggered emotionally, like fighting with a boyfriend and whatnot, or even a family member. And it would just like, the anger would just like blow up. It would just like go crazy. And now I don't feel any of that. I'm just able to stand back and assess how I feel. And that anger or what it was, it's totally gone. It's so weird. It's like before I would get so frustrated. Now I'm just like calm and just way different. Very much. Yeah.
Thank you. I remember, Maria, you were in that group. I don't want to say names. There was one person in that group. She had her notebook with things she worked through. And when she looked through, she told she completely forgot.
Yes.
As if
She worked on those things. Yes. She couldn't remember working on those things. Yes. Or that they were issues. Yes. I remember her.
Yes. And I remember what she shared. It was very interesting. She told at the beginning she wanted so much a leadership role in her company, some kind of her dream position.
Mm-hmm.
People in her company told her, no way, she does not, she is not good for that role because how she is.
Mm-hmm.
After our work, she got that role without any effort. You remember?
Yes, I remember. Yes, I remember that.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I asked, Anca answered, are the results long lasting, right?
Yeah.
And Caroline?
Well, also for me, they last. You know, always I can always talk about my heart, my beating heart, because that was such a big issue. For me, that is still working very well. But also with my other issues I had in regards to my work, you know, that I'm more efficient and that I'm more organized and I don't freeze. You know, it still works very well. But when I maybe kind of be again overwhelmed, it's just, I just remember how it was when the problem was solved, and then I can just move again the same way. And I think that is so so nice, because I experienced this feeling, this good feeling that I can do things, that I can be efficient, and that I know where I'm going. And before, I don't even knew anymore how that was. So this good feeling came back, and now I can pull it out, and it's saved somewhere, and it's always there, and I can call it up, I say. And I think that's amazing.
Thank you, Caroline. Maria?
I would agree, yes, because a lot of the things that we've worked on have just made permanent changes, and they've been long lasting. Absolutely, yes.
Thank you, Maria. And my next question is, did this work change your perception of yourself, how you feel and think about yourself? And already many people said yes. Other people, perception of other people around, and also what's happening around. Did it change how you look now at things? Anca?
Right. Yes. Yeah, like from the background where I came from, it was a lot of how I saw things, like life is hard, you know, and things are not ever given to you. You got to work hard and you got to earn it. And also had a bit of the victim mentality of, oh, poor me, I can't help myself. So I would see through those lenses, and also a lot of fear, you know, because I thought I was fearless, but as I was doing this work with you, I came to realize, oh, no, I have a lot of fear that I didn't even know I had. So working through that, I was able to identify the fears and work through the programs, and the lenses started opening up. So I see the world from completely like, it's abundant, it's supportive, it's more loving, more of, I wouldn't say it's perfect or like it's totality, everything, but we're working towards, or I'm working towards that. And yeah, I definitely feel like I see the world from more of a open and more positive lens and less of the fear.
Thank you. Caroline?
Yes, it really taught me to appreciate what I can do, that I'm able to do things, that I'm able to run a business, that I'm able to be successful. And it made me really proud of myself, and confident that that I can accomplish different things. And it just kind of feels to me like I grew up, you know, like I grew up, yeah. And I'm a real adult, and now I know who I am in that sense, you know. That kind of feels like it, and you know, like this a little bit like this cool adult, you know, like as a child you always have this perception that adults know better, and they're, you know, they deal better with life, and I kind of feel like I got there now.
Thank you, Caroline. Maria?
Yes, I would agree with with that I feel like my perceptions of other people are different, and the confidence I have in myself is different, is I'm way more confident. But when I look back to when it was just mentioned about the fears, it's like I see that I've in the past I've reacted to those and caused issues in my life. But I feel like now I'm a better decision maker. Like I'm responding more to what's really happening instead of being triggered, and I just, there's a calmness to me, and I see that other people are responding different to me, and the way I perceive people has also changed. It's not antagonistic, it's more cooperative. And
I
think
love that.
team-based, it's more like we're all cooperating to work together, both professionally and personally.
Thank you, Maria. And I have a comment. People create their own reality.
Mhm.
It's a very subjective experience. Whatever people have internal maps, it's not the territory what is around. And unconscious programs, they can cause, like it will be delete, distort, or generalized how your mind perceives the reality.
Mhm.
And there can be several people during the same situation, and how after they talk about that situation and what happened can be completely different. Have you experienced it?
Yes, I remember once you gave an example that, you could be giving a speech to somebody and they could yawn, and you could think, oh, I'm so boring. I must be, not giving a good speech, but, really they just didn't sleep well that night and they're tired and they were up with their baby. And so it's really the way that you perceive other people responding to you.
Right. And unconscious programs, they can create certain unconscious programs as if you are living in a limiting reality internally in your mind and even in your body. Some of my clients describe as being as a horse with blinds. They really could not see in peripheral vision. Only they could see what's here, and they were not good in planning long-term future because unconscious mind did not allow them to do so with certain programs. And interestingly enough, some of my clients in any age, they do not need glasses anymore working on such programs, because what your eyes see, your brain needs to translate it. And unconscious programs do not allow some unconscious programs to translate it in certain way. Isn't it interesting?
Very, yes.
Kind of distorted reality. And that's why some people are so limited how they think, what they can do because of some of the unconscious programs.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Thank you. And my next question is, if you experience other modalities, methodologies, therapies, how this work, what we are doing is different? Anca?
So what I'm understanding is how this methodology, what you offer, is different than other modalities
Your experience.
I've experienced.
The methodology I created and I'm using, and the results, how it's different compared to whatever you tried before.
Yeah, okay, I understand now. Well, I've tried many things. I've done therapy, I've done meditation, like the silent meditations, a lot of self-help books, courses, um, acupuncture. Anywho, I freaking realized, like, sorry, it's just so frustrating because I realized like I was still generating the problems, the whatever subconsciously I was not aware of. It would just keep coming back. So no matter how much acupuncture I was getting, or reading this book, or working on this workshop, the problems would just keep coming back. It would just, even meditation, right? After the 10 days, you feel like holy man, you know, you just feel so light, and so your face changes, it looks great. But then things come back. You're not free of them. With your methodology, Dr. O, I haven't felt anything come back. Like I said, it's like that flower, just you're shedding all the things that no longer are required, the programs, they're gone. And then more of the divine you, the beautiful, loving, compassionate, any gifts that we are born with or are like embodying are now flourishing, right? Because the programs that were holding that back is gone permanently. So yeah, if that makes sense, that's what I've experienced.
Thank you, Anca. Caroline?
Well, I've been lucky enough to know you long enough that I've only worked with you. So, so I cannot really tell about other therapies, but from what I hear, when people go to psychologists, it's like a never-ending story, and it seems just that people talk and talk and talk, and they talk about their past and whatever not. But what I like about your way is that we don't dig in the past, wondering why, what did your mother do wrong, and this and that. We focus on the problem, and then we turn the switch. This is how I see it, and I think to me there's no other way. There is no other way. And it's so efficient, and because I want to look in the future, I want to solve the problem permanently, and and also as fast as possible, and not over years, the same thing over and over. So that's what I really like about your method, and I wouldn't try anything else.
Thank you, Caroline. Maria?
I would agree. I feel like this methodology is quick, and you get results, and you don't have to bring up all the previous trauma. And I remember when we met in person for our first sessions, I was concerned initially that that's what it was going to be like, that I'd have to talk about these things in front of people that I didn't know. And it's not like that at all. You set your intention, and you decide what you want to work on, and you get results right away. Like you're saying, it's like a switch flips, and you don't need to work on them again because they're resolved, and you don't have the same triggers anymore, and you don't have the same results. And you always say like the best possible results. And then I think about that in my daily life a lot, like this, I'm going to set my intention to get the best possible results. And that's what I feel like this methodology is. It really is the best for solving all those unconscious programs and things that you have in your life.
Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you. I remember I had a client a young client who moved in his life to more than 20 times to different locations because it was unconscious need. Somehow he was not happy, and also kind of restlessness, not free. But no matter what, he never stopped feeling that way. And there is a saying, you cannot run from yourself. You are creating a problem. Your unconscious programs are creating problems. That's why it's so important to resolve them. So you are creating your own, the best reality ever. Even certain things can be uncomfortable around, but your internal reality will be good. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. And my next question is, and already Carl and Maria, they used a metaphor like switch. I like that metaphor. What is your understanding about how this methodology that I created works? If you could describe in a metaphorical sense, I believe Maria and Caroline already describe as kind of a switch. But if you have another way, please share. Anca?
Okay, metaphorically, how to describe this? For me, and I described this to my family earlier, it felt like I was living in a bubble, and I didn't know the parameters of the bubble because I lived in darkness. And working with you with the methodologies, it was like the light bulb was turned on. Now there's light everywhere. And now I see more where I'm at and how small I've been living, and how I've been wanting to grow but couldn't because all these programs of belief systems have shaped this reality. So working with you, it's like the light bulb's on, and I see clearly, oh wow, I'm here. And in order to get there, I am facing fears. But even though I want to grow and expand myself, that still means I have to face the fear. And even though I have to face the fear, it doesn't stop me from doing so. Where in the past, I had no idea. I was blind and I felt clueless, like in the dark. And I didn't know where to go or what to work on. I tried this and that based on things that came into my life or people have recommended, or I just felt intuitively attracted to. But here it gets very clear. And I see the light. I see more, okay, here I'm at. I forgo if I want to go here. I still have to face the fear, but I don't feel paralyzed. I feel empowered to do so. And I never felt that before. I felt like I was in the dark mostly.
Thank you, Anca. Caroline?
Well, I see your therapy metaphorically in a way, I live in the country of trains, and we have huge train stations with huge tracks, and they all go all over. And I see this therapy like a train with a lot of baggage. It gets hurt and whatever, or crashed, but it goes forward, and always at the right moment, there is a switch and it goes to the right direction. So I think that's a little bit how I see it. Life is a lot of, you go different ways, but with your therapy, you can always turn the right switch and you're back on track. I think that's how I see you.
Thank you. Maria?
I like the switch metaphor, but I also like the like a flower metaphor, like a peony that's just so tight in the beginning, and it's as it blooms, it's just all of the flowers just open up, and there's just layers of the outside, and then they fall away, and then it just keeps exposing these beautiful petals, and then at the center it's just the real you. And I really believe and feels very strongly that this methodology helps you get to your center.
Thank you. And it was mentioned that what people experience fast growth, personal and professional. And I would like to let everyone know, when people have a lot of unresolved traumas, they really cannot grow fast. And by resolving those traumas, people can grow truly fast, personally and professionally.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I felt that because of my past. I had a lot of trauma, physical, emotional, and I could not grow. I actually was stuck in this safe bubble, and I was afraid to even dare grow because all these programs were holding me back with, oh no, you're going to get hurt, or you're going to get betrayed, or you're going to get abandoned. And I would start shrinking. And and business is also a great teacher because it forces you to wanting to grow, and then you realize, oh, why can't I grow? What's holding me back? And like, I was working with you, it's like that light bulb was like, oh, I see why I can't grow, because of this, because of that, these limiting beliefs that hold me in the safe bubble. It's so comfortable and nice, right? Cushy. I don't have to do too much, but it also limits us. So if you want to be more, we want to grow financially or spiritually or nutritionally or whatever, our bodies, we have to find a way. And this is a beautiful way. It's direct. It's non-invasive. Like, you don't have to talk about all your problems and relive them. And yeah, and then when the integration, it just happens, right? You sleep through it, and like the cycle comes, and you experience the next day or even a week or two, you start feeling really different. You're like, huh, this is cool. I don't feel afraid, or my heart is beating normally. For me, it was like, I'm not grinding my teeth. Yeah.
Thank you. And also, Caroline, in her metaphor, use train, certain direction, precise. It's what I noticed with certain unconscious programs. People don't get fast enough where they want to be. And they're not satisfied where they are at, because those unconscious programs do not allow to go in certain direction straight and to achieve things sufficiently. Kind of people zigzagging or being hamster on a wheel, doing a lot but not moving forward.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that was me. Hamster.
Yeah.
And Maria, not anymore, right?
No,
That's amazing.
it is. It really is.
And with this programs, people feel tired, exhausted, because so much energy is wasted by how nervous system reacts.
Yes.
Yes. I can relate to what Carolyn was saying about the beating heart. Like, I'd wake up in the middle of the night with just this, with anxiety, or just it would just wake me up out of sleep. And after our last session, I had the best night's sleep, and it's been wonderful since then. And I can do so much more now because my nervous system, I don't know, I just feel more efficient,
Great, thank you. And my last question is, during our sessions, is your experience comfortable, and is this work interesting, fascinating for you? Are you learning new things? Anca?
I love the sessions. I actually look forward to them I wish it was every week, but it's every 2 weeks. I know we have to split the time with the men. Yeah, so I make sure I'm comfortable physically in a nice chair, but it is comfortable connecting with the women, and totally learning from, actually find a lot of similarities. What they're going through, I see that in myself. If what I'm struggling with, or learning what they're facing, it's like, oh, that's something I would want to face that program as well as something to work on. Yeah, so definitely it's a very comfortable program. Yeah.
Thank you, Anca. Caroline?
Well, I can only agree with Anke. I think it's first of all, it's a really safe environment, and you can learn so much from other people. Sometimes you know, you don't realize that you also have an issue there, and then, oh, somebody's talking about something, say, oh, I feel exactly the same way, and now I can speak it, or say, or how do you say?
Articulate.
Articulate the problem, because sometimes you don't realize, or you cannot articulate the problem, and I think that is very, very valuable. You cannot find that anywhere else, you know, when you cannot find that when you're in a session by yourself, and so I think it's a wonderful environment. And then of course, you know, I've been in sessions with Anca, and I mean, we are connected, and it's great. Yeah, I really like those sessions.
Yeah, we made friends, which is really nice. It's lovely.
Yes.
Thank you, Maria.
I would agree. It's very warm and safe and loving and compassionate. And I'm always fascinated by these, you know, beautiful, successful women. And at first I was felt that imposter, like, am I supposed to be here? Like, they're so exceptional. But, you know, Olga, you really make everyone feel very comfortable, and yeah, it's a very warm, supportive, compassionate modality.
Thank you so much. And I would like to thank everyone. I'm so grateful we talked today. I truly enjoyed our webinar.
I did
Me
too.
too. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you,
Yes.
Dr. O. It was amazing. Thank you so much.